So one of the challenges for me, which in a way is a fascination for me as well, is working with something that is so traditional for a different culture. And in particular this one, kimono, there are so many rules in terms of how you tie it, how you wrap it, how you drape it, how you apply the obiyage, the obishima, which are these details, the sash here, the cord here. There are lots of rules about this, and the challenge is to just get the rules right, basically, to not only make it look appropriately and look it nice and beautiful, but also make sure that you tie it all in a traditional way as it would have been done in Japan, in the original culture. But altogether, I must say I'm quite pleased with the shape and the silhouette. It has got a prop collar that sits underneath, which needs to follow certain rules in terms of how much is shown. It's this, for instance, there is this rule: you hold out 2 fingers. So this section of the collar can't be any wider than 2 fingers. And this line here, all those points where the collar crosses and the kimono crosses, needs to really line up with the knots coming further down. So it's all these little details that are quite important to really create a successful silhouette. So the kimono at the back is a men's kimono, also called hawari, and we put this up in a traditional way of displaying or storing kimono anyway. It's on a hidden bar underneath, and it was mounted by a specialist mount maker that we collaborated with. And so it's literally just a bar across the shoulders, which is supported with some nice perspex to give the shoulders a nice curve. And so it looks in a way effortless, and as if it would be floating. And it's displaying the beautiful back of the hawari quite nicely. This is the little one, also really, really lovely. This is a traditional kimono for a 3-year-old child, and it's just very sweet and maybe challenging in a way, because there aren't that many children's costumes on display. You often find more adults' garments and costume anyway on display. So mounting a child's costume is quite nice, because the proportions are different. It's much smaller. Everything is much more intricate and much smaller. So that's quite nice to do as well. I find it really intriguing to work with something that is different to many of the dresses that I've worked on in the past, Western costumes, Western garments. So working something that is both full of meaning in terms of the way it's tied and worn, but also extremely decorative, is really rewarding and very nice anyway.